Hello viewers, welcome to today's edition of Extra Mile Exceptional Leadership. It's been a ride speaking on this very important topic right now in the history and in the current situation of our nation that we're titled Biblical Mandate for National Transformation. It's been a long way establishing from the scriptures clear biblical mandates, clear biblical injunctions and instructions that demand of us the necessity to deliver to our generations unborn the nation that ought to be called Nigeria. You know, when we look at the opportunities we miss, the many things that do not add up, the needless challenges, a nation that is so endowed can feed all of our people. You know, the indices of poverty is skyrocketing. The challenge of people out of school is increasing. The despair and despondency is widespread. A number of people emigrating out of this nation simply just troubled that this nation doesn't hold to them the promise. They don't see possibilities, so they would rather hazard a long trek through the wilderness, hazard their life on the Mediterranean Sea in an attempt to get to Europe, where they think or hope or believe that even as second-class citizens, as aliens and foreigners, they will be better off than being in their home state. I think that is a sad commentary on the nation of our dream. And that is why in the past couple of weeks, if you've been following this series, we've been speaking using biblical instructions to show to us how that we have a responsibility to be able to help this nation. Where we are right now is dealing on the 7 mountains of society, and I began in the last session to speak on another mountain of society, and that was the 5th one called the social mountain, also called the mountain of society, under which we have to be deliberate in looking at our nation and asking the question, what is amiss? What are those issues that are not in place? Especially when it comes to the issues that weaken or disentitle or make our people to become unexcited about our nation. And this ranges from the gender issues to issues of girl child education, orphans, widows, health issues, matters that are legal, culture, and all kinds of related matters. Do you know UNESCO came up with a finding a couple of years ago that if you educate the girl child, it will reduce maternal mortality, and at the same time, we increase their possibility to be able to move out of poverty into being able to sustain themselves and, of course, members of their family. We don't have an option than to do that. There are no nations in the world today that are serious-minded about the matters of development that play light on issues, especially the gender issues, where the weak and those who can defend themselves come under the focus of government support in order to be able to help them to move out from where they are to where they can be. I want to say to us that every social issue that has befallen this nation is resolvable. From the issues of social justice, we have to deal with matters of social justice. We cannot allow a situation where people get out of work, many days they are struggling in the area of their entitlement, call it pensions or gratuity. We can't allow that. We've got to deal with health issues. It's sickness. Somebody wrote on a social media platform the other day, why is it that practically almost all African leaders, when they are sick, they have to go outside of Africa? If you can't get a place in Africa, what is the hope? What are we saying to the outside world? That almost 60 years of independence for the African continent, we can't provide medical? I don't know why we don't see it as absurd for the leader of this nation to always take trips to the UK or to the United States for medical treatment. It's ridiculous. When we have the expertise, all we need to do is bring in the machinery, create an enabling environment, and these guys can do exactly that. I'm going to be continuing because we must transform the 7 spheres of society.